Thankfully, the latest drought report, we're still not seeing any changes in our area, so we remain drought-free for the Central Coast, which is some really good news. But it's always best to stay fire aware, especially with the heat returning, and that will be here next week, especially inland. But we don't have to worry about that yet. We are actually looking at a pretty seasonable day today. Those low clouds have returned this morning. There is a slight chance you could see some patchy fog for that morning commute. Have not seen any of those fog reports coming in yet, but not a bad start to the day. Just a little bit more gray compared to yesterday. Those low clouds have made it into the Salinas Valley, trying to make it into the Hollister area as well as the Santa Clara Valley. Haven't quite made it there just yet. Most of the coast have those low clouds morning. Now we will be seeing those low clouds clearing around that 9-10 a.m. hour for those inland spots. We are going to keep mostly cloudy conditions around the coast today, which was expected. The models have been pretty consistent with this pattern for today. With that said, we will have some clearing on the north side of the bay. Just going to take a little longer to get there this afternoon, but you will see some sunshine out there. But because of that, you will be a little bit cooler as far as those daytime highs. And then those low clouds will fill back into the valleys overnight, giving most of us another gray start to the day. But that's going to be the trend through the weekend, where we are going to see those morning clouds and that afternoon sunshine even around the coast. So today is probably going to be the cloudiest day of the week that we've seen. Temperatures, as I mentioned, north side of the bay will be a little bit cooler because we are going to see those clouds, or are expecting to see those clouds a little bit longer today. Upper 60s to low 70s will be a little bit cooler in the San Lorenzo Valley as well. Upper 70s to low 80s, a little bit warmer in Boulder Creek in those mid 80s. Upper 70s to low 80s for those higher elevations in Davenport. Around the coast there will be in those low 60s. We are going to be, again, a little cooler on the north side of the bay, so expect those mid 60s today for places like Watsonville and Aptos. Cooler even yet as you head south into Marina at 62, 66 in Salinas, 79 in Hollister. We'll be in those mid to upper 80s still for the Santa Clara Valley, so still warm for many of our inland spots. Cool spot today will be the Monterey Peninsula. We're going to see those upper 50s to low 60s for places like Pacific Grove and Pebble. Most of the peninsula will be in those low 60s this afternoon. Up and down the Salinas Valley, you're going to expect those temperatures to be cooler on the north side of the valley with those upper 60s to low 70s, warming up as you head into King City with those low 80s, and even warmer yet for those far interior locations where we're still going to have those low 90s out there this afternoon. Once you're back around the coast, though, we'll be in those comfortable mid 70s. We will see a bit more of that sunshine around Carmel Valley, again, probably around lunchtime. Here's what we're looking at over the next 7 days. Now, as we move into the weekend, we are going to see more sunshine each afternoon, so it's looking pretty nice around the coast. We are going to see those temperatures returning to seasonable, but today, most of our coastal cities will actually be below average for this time of year. And then we're just going to continue to warm up as we head into next week. By midweek next week, and again, this is all dependent on where this ridge of high pressure kind of builds in at. But so far, it's looking like we could have somewhat offshore flow, which could really warm some of our coastal cities. So that will bump us up into those 70s, maybe even some 80s on the north side of the bay. Again, gradual warm up through the weekend, and then things are getting hot as we head into the 4th of July holiday there. We're going to see those temperatures returning to those 90s on average. Some of our far interior locations could be reaching that 100, those triple digits, to around 110. So we're going to be watching that very carefully for you. So again, we have that heat on the way, but until then, you get to enjoy a couple nice, comfortable days.